Hey, good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. It's cold here on the East Coast. And you're probably like, yeah, it's always been cold. It's really cold out there. Got layers. I got a little kitten over here keeping me warm. She's all snuggle. Little bubbles over here. She comes every time I do the show. I think it's funny. Anyway, it is We Team Wednesday here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. And I don't know. Something just triggered me with me today. I was looking at some of my notes of show ideas, and Leela Hormozy, she was talking about the ability to ignore things is really an important skill, like all the noise that's around you. So on this We Team Wednesday, I want to suggest an idea, concept. If anybody does it, let me know. I've never done it before, and I thought about it and at two levels. One, we ignore everything day, and it's a I'm saying it because of the social media thing. Ignore everything day. I don't think I would call it that in the business world, something different. But then part of that is have a team only day, maybe once a month, and then get down to a level where you have your own me day, where you just work on the stuff you want to do and ignore everything that comes in the chatter. And we're going to talk about designing such an event and how you might create one, right? It's kind of like my preteen. She ignores everything dad says. So it's the same thing. Well, hopefully not to get everyone when we plan this out and facilitate it correctly, hopefully she won't your coworkers won't get as mad as me when my daughter ignores me, right? But there's a way you can do that to plan for that. So let's get into it. It's a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way to bring more value to the customer, not work crazy hours to bring that value to the customer and have a little fun along the way. And as we're talking about this ignoring ignore day, like personal ignore everything day. The reason why it's good because focusing on what you want to deliver is important and it brings more value to the customer, right? But first off, let's start at a level of a team only day, like once a month, not every sprint. I mean, if you do it every sprint, more power to you. It depends how long that sprint is, but like once a month where it's this team only day where everyone on the team ignores all that chatter, ignores the customer calls, ignores, managers, status briefs, which we could talk about that another day. I think status briefs are a complete waste of time unless they're about what we need from other teams. Like if you're that dependent upon other teams, there's no really need for a status brief. You can build a dashboard, let everyone know who's going, and you really don't need them every week. And if it's something that long that you need a status brief every week, one, you're going to be behind schedule and you're going to be late. How about that? Unless you're in a place where you can ask for more help to do what you got to do. So, what would be how would you facilitate a team only day? Well, one, get everyone on the team to want to participate and say there. Of course, the team's like, oh, we don't have to listen to anybody. Let's do it. Let's do it. So they're going to be really hyped up and ready to go. What you need to do is come up with what the ground rules for the team only day as a team. How would you envision a team only day of a team? And by the way, this is good practice for getting the team to work on their priorities and work within the sprint. But you start off with once a month, and then you get it down into the sprint level. Got that? So it's a couple step process because people aren't used to it because everyone's used to like, why didn't you respond to me? I mean, there was a message the other day. Someone was like, well, how come you haven't responded yet? Are you're not getting my messages, right? And no, because they're doing other things that are a higher priority at the time. Everyone's request is not the highest priority on the people's list. So you set up with the team, said, okay, let's play with this a little bit. What would be the ground rules, right? We're not going to go on group chat, no status briefs. We're all going to stay working on what we do as a team. You might even have a session where you're doing a group activity as a team to increase team knowledge of each other and working together and stuff like that. Maybe you want to be a good chance to do some extreme programming, right? Where you got everyone in the room and they're all working together on a particular item that they want to work on. Pick an item. So you lay out with the team what this might look like. Okay. Now, the next part of that, once you have a shape of what it looks like, you got to let people know. And my recommendation is like a month in advance, not the day before, not the day of, but like a month in advance. So if you're the Scrum Master, you go out there and you notify managers, you notify your customer, hey, we're going to do a team only day where we're just going to work on our team, stay on our stuff. If you have anything, send it to us the day before, or just hold it to the next day, because I'll monitor as Scrum Master, see if anything blows up and we have to like come down, get out of our team only thing. As Scrum Master, my job would be to monitor what's going on, or we'll have a monitor that's monitoring the traffic. But otherwise, every one of the teams is going to work on team stuff. We're going to work together to solve some problems and push some things to done, maybe, right? Or get them as close to done as possible in that day and just work as a team and just work on those items, ignore everything, see how it goes. Do they get more stuff done? Do they get more teamwork stuff? Do they do some pair programming, how they could do it? Anything related to team, how you want to do that. Now, once you get that done and it looks like it's done, I would do it more than one or two. Then you might have an individual day, like ignore everything day, right? Even your teammates, you would ignore unless they have a question, right? That they're working on and they need some help. Maybe you prep for that ignore everything day, right? So again, you let people know, me as a Scrum Master, I'm going to take all the, if you need anything done, send it to me. If you send it to any teammate, they have orders to ignore it, right? And you always come to the Scrum Master, they take it. And this also sets up a way of getting the communications coming to the Scrum Master. You notice this, what I'm doing here. I'm setting you up for long-term benefit as a Scrum Master and what your job really is, so that they don't keep pestering the team when they're trying to get your stuff done. The information should flow through the Scrum Master, unless it's an HR or personnel kind of thing. That's a one-on-one thing that they need to do. But goes through the Scrum Master. Scrum Master filters it out in case something is really urgent, right? So this is part of that ignore everything day. You prep as a team, just like what would that ignore everything day look like? What would you envision as a team? How would that be? What would you want to do? And as a Scrum Master, I would even facilitate and recommend or provide some guidance that, okay, if you're going to work on a particular item, the day before ignore everything day, let's as a team on our team day, maybe kind of go over architecture questions, kind of review if you have any questions on that. And then the next day, you just work on what your priorities are. You don't look at anything else. You don't look at any chat. You don't look at any groups. You don't look at anything but what your work is that you need to do, and try to make that an individual day. Now, you see how I set this up. You got the team day, team only day. Maybe the team only day helps establish the ignore everything day. Lay some groundwork, answer some questions, get some feedback, little chat back and forth. So maybe it becomes a 2-day event once a month. And then this can just lead itself into each sprint, right? Because if you do it right away and do it every sprint, you're going to get a lot of pushback and people aren't going to want to do it. But if you start once a day and then they see the value, how much stuff got done, how successful they were for their day, then that may grow into more of that, and also help build that barrier that the Scrum Master should have with all the chatter around the world with their team, right? So start out thinking about this. Try an experiment where you do a team only day. Just do a vision with your team. What would that look like? If you were just to work as a team, how would you envision that, right? Build that. What's the goal? What do you want to do? How you want to set that up? Then take that information and plant that a month ahead of time with your customers, stakeholders, the people that normally bug the team. Say tomorrow's going to be team, whenever this day we're going to do team only. If you have any question concerns, it'll all go to the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master will then see if it's like urgent that needs to be done or can be done in a day, or something that needs to be fixed to bring revenue into the company or something, or the product owner should be there too. So it's a combination product owner, Scrum Master thing where the product owner is really establishing the value. How much value does this have compared to what we already have set up for team only day? And the Scrum Master also just chatter that's coming through that things come up, whether it be status briefs or whatever, or the Scrum Master can go attend all these status briefs for whatever ones the teams go to. Maybe the teams don't go to any status briefs, and the one that attends is the Scrum Master and takes stuff back to the team and shares anything from the team that the team shares, right? So those are the kind of things where you set up a little cushion between the product owner and Scrum Master, lets the team have a team only day, and let them do whatever they want. I don't even know if Scrum Master needs to be a part of it, to be honest with you, and just let it be team only day. They can work whatever way they want, have them vision what that might look like. Then once you do that, if it seems like it's valuable and it was valuable to the team, then you suggest an ignore everything day, where it's just for the individual, where even the individual ignores what the team has to say, right? And maybe just work on your value this one day a week. You just do what you do. Ignore all chatter. I'll take all the chatter as a Scrum Master, and you go on for that. So there's a 2-tier step for ignore everything day. One, at the team level, Scrum Master's out telling everyone, the stakeholders, a month in advance, setting that up. And then once the team sees a good value on that, then you propose, how about what would an individual only, like ignore everything day, look like from an individual perspective, and have them voice out what that might look at. And then you have those two things. It's just something to bring that up. And again, helps reinforce the idea that things should go through the Scrum Master, protect the team from all the noise and the chatter that's around them. And it's just something different, Nobody does that, but it's something that may help the team focus on what they're delivering value for the company. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? And you can have a little fun too on a team only day. What do you want to do as a team? Do something fun, right? And establish that and have the team set that up and do it in advance notice. Now, you have to have some managers that have enough strength to maintain that, because they're like, oh my God, what do you mean I can't touch them? Yeah, for one day. Yeah, one day a month. That's all. It's not a big deal. If you can't do that one day a month, I really worry about your company, to be honest with you, and all the projects you have in place. So think about it, something to try. Try ignore everything day. It's a 2-step process. One, you start at the team level, then you go to the individual, and then you have a really truly ignore everything day. You could do it the team and the individual. I wanted to share that with you as a way of building that team cohesion, focus on whatever problem is at hand, and give you some insight on how to set such an event up. Okay. So with that, I say, have a great day. Stay warm. It's cold out there on the East Coast. It's just kind of crazy. I might throw some water up in the air and see if it freezes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious if it does. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Happy scrumming. We will see you tomorrow when we talk about, it's our 3R Thursday, where we talk about requirements, reviews, and retros, right? That's what we do on that. And we pick different topics, jumps around a little bit. And don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. See what's going on. I haven't sent a newsletter out in a while, but sign up for our newsletter. You get free access to our Slack channel. If you have any questions or thoughts or things you want to share with other people on the Slack channel, it's always a good thing, and it's not full of junk, right? So with that, I say, have a great day. Take care. And no ads too, by the way, unless there's a good event that someone wants to promote. All right. Take care, everyone. And don't forget, if you want to do a presentation for our 5 a.m. Mester Scrum meetup group, still taking entries. I got a lot of people that wanted to be interviewed for the show. So I'm going to start doing interviews with people. So Thursday nights, we're going to start doing interviews and things like that and share some stuff with people. I'm still working on the logistics on that and what do we want to do, but we're getting there. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great day and a happy new year, right? We're in a new year, new things. Take care. Happy scrumming. Bye. See ya.